Hello explorers! Welcome back to Urban Legends and Myths, where we embark on journeys through the corridors of history. Thank you for joining us in the fifth part of The Cradle Unearthed, a journey back in time, where we continue our exploration of ancient wonders. Today, we're embarking on a journey to uncover the mysteries of the North China Plain. In this episode, we dive deep into the dynastic chronicles that defined ancient China. If you haven't caught up on our previous episode, you're missing out on an incredible journey into the mysteries of the past. Join us as we explore the enigmatic tales of the ancient world. But before we dive in, if you're not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to stay updated on our journeys into the mysteries of the past. The North China Plain, a vast and fertile region with a rich history, has been witness to the rise and fall of civilizations. Known as the cradle of Chinese civilization, it holds tales that stretch across millennia. Legend has it that the North China Plain was once home to legendary figures, mythical emperors, and ancient deities. The tales of Pangu, the cosmic giant, and Nuwa, the goddess who mended the heavens, echo through the annals of Chinese mythology. These stories lay the groundwork for the cultural tapestry that envelops the region. As we journey through time, the North China Plain emerges as the heartland of Chinese civilization. It witnessed the dawn of dynasties, from the Xia and Shang to the mighty Zhou. The great emperors who shaped the course of history left their mark on the landscape, and their stories continue to captivate the imagination. The North China Plain wasn't just a cradle of power, it was also a cradle of culture. The flourishing of arts, philosophy, and literature during periods like the Han and Tang dynasties laid the groundwork for the rich cultural heritage we see today. As we fast forward to the present day, the North China Plain remains a dynamic and vibrant region. The juxtaposition of ancient traditions with modern advancements tells a story of resilience and continuity. Here is an overview of some of the major dynasties and their achievements in ancient China along with approximate historical periods. The Shang Dynasty ruled from 1600 BCE to 1046 BCE. They are considered the first historical Chinese dynasty. It emerged in the Yellow River Valley. In the early period from 1600 BCE to 1300 BCE, during this period, the Shang people developed a system of writing using oracle bones, which are inscribed turtle shells or bones used for divination. In the late Shang period from 1300 BCE to 1046 BCE, the Shang capital was at Anyang. The society was stratified, with a king at the top ruling over a network of aristocratic families. The Shang Dynasty civilization were skilled in bronze casting and produced intricate bronze vessels for religious and ceremonial purposes. The Shang Dynasty eventually fell due to internal strife and external invasions. These dates are approximate, and there is some variation among historians. Zhou Dynasty ruled the Chinese plains from 1046 BCE to 256 BCE. This period is characterized by the Mandate of Heaven, a political and religious doctrine legitimizing the rule of the Zhou kings. Eastern Zhou Dynasty ruled from 771 BCE to 256 BCE. This period saw intense warfare and political changes. During the first period of Eastern Zhou Dynasty, also known as the Spring and Autumn period from 771 BCE to 476 BCE, the authority of the central Zhou kings weakened, and regional states gained more autonomy. In the Warring States period 476 BCE from 221 BCE, the fragmentation of the Zhou realm continued, and powerful states vied for dominance. This period ended with the Qin state emerging victorious and unifying China under the Qin Dynasty. The end of the Zhou dynasty marks the transition from the ancient to the imperial era in Chinese history. It's important to note that Chinese chronology can be challenging to pinpoint precisely, and some dates are based on archaeological evidence and ancient texts. The Qin Dynasty ruled China from 221 to 206 BCE. It was short but a significant period in Chinese history. The most notable achievement of the Qin Dynasty was the unification of China. The founder, Qin Shi Huang, successfully conquered and annexed the various warring states, bringing an end to the centuries-long warring states period. In 259 BCE, Qin Shi Huang implemented legalist principles to consolidate power and maintain control. The legalist philosophy emphasized strict laws, harsh punishments, and centralized authority. The emperor undertook various standardization projects, including the standardization of weights, measures, currency, and writing systems. This helped in creating a more unified and centralized administration. In 214 BCE, Qin Shi Huang initiated the construction of the Great Wall of China to defend against invasions from the north. Although it was not the massive structure we see today, that was built during later dynasties, it laid the foundation for the defensive barrier. After the death of Qin Shi Huang in 210 BCE, his son Qin Shi succeeded him, but the second emperor faced internal unrest and revolts. The harsh rule of the Qin dynasty led to widespread discontent among the population. Peasant uprisings and revolts erupted. During this time, a rebel leader named Liu Bang rose to prominence, and eventually in 206 BCE the Hans overthrew the Qin dynasty, establishing the Han Dynasty in its place. The Han Dynasty was a pivotal period in Chinese history, spanning from 206 BCE to 220 CE. It was divided into two major phases: the Western Han from 206 BCE to 9 CE and the Eastern Han from 25 CE to 220 CE. Liu Bang, a commoner and military leader, rose to power after the fall of the Qin dynasty. In 202 BCE, he declared himself Emperor Gaozu and marked the beginning of the Western Han dynasty. Later in 141 BCE, Emperor Wu expanded Han territory through military campaigns, particularly in the south and west. These conquests opened up the Silk Road trade routes. His rule ended in 87 BCE. After the Western Han in 9 CE, a short-lived interregnum occurred when Wang Mang, a high-ranking official, seized power and established the Qin dynasty. His reforms, including the redistribution of land, faced opposition and ultimately led to his downfall. Following Wang Mang's downfall, Liu Shu, a member of the Liu family, established the Eastern Han dynasty in 25 CE. This period is often referred to as the later Han. Trade and cultural exchange. The Han dynasty played a crucial role in facilitating trade and cultural exchange between China and the Western world. The Han era produced significant literary works, including historical records and poetry. The Book of Han and the Records of the Grand Historian, by Sima Qian, are notable historical texts. Han China saw advancements in technology, including the invention of the papermaking process, water-powered mills, and improved iron and steel production. Later years of the Eastern Han were marked by social unrest, including the Yellow Turban Rebellion, a widespread peasant uprising against oppressive conditions. The weakening central authority of the Han dynasty led to the rise of powerful warlords. In 220 CE, Cao Cao's son, Cao Pi, forced the last Han emperor to abdicate, officially ending the dynasty and leading to the subsequent Three Kingdoms period. The Tang Dynasty was founded by Emperor Gaozu in 618 BCE, also known as Li Yuan, who successfully rebelled against the ruling Sui dynasty and established a new dynasty. Later, under Emperor Taizong, the Tang Dynasty reached its zenith. It was a period of political stability, economic prosperity, and cultural flourishing. Taizong ruled China from 626 to 649 CE. The An-Lushan Rebellion was a devastating rebellion in 755 CE that posed a serious threat to the Tang dynasty. Although the rebellion was eventually suppressed, it weakened the central government. The later years of the Tang dynasty were characterized by internal strife, corruption, and military decline. Regional military governors gained significant autonomy, leading to the eventual fragmentation of the dynasty. The Tang dynasty officially came to an end in 907 CE when Zhou Wen, a military governor, deposed the last Tang emperor. After the Zhou Dynasty, in 960 CE, General Zhao Kuangyan, also known as Emperor Taizu, founded the Shang Dynasty after reunifying China following the period of fragmentation. The Shang Dynasty, spanning from 960 to 1279 CE, is divided into two periods, the Northern Shang and Southern Shang Dynasty. The Northern Shang had its capital in Kaifeng, while the Southern Shang's capital was in Hangzhou. The Shang Dynasty was characterized by significant cultural and technological achievements, economic prosperity, and military challenges from neighboring powers. It played a crucial role in shaping China's history and laid the foundation for subsequent dynasties. Let us look at some key eveners and historical records of the Shang Dynasty, starting with the Northern Dynasty. Emperor Taizu reigned from 960 CE to 976 CE, during the Northern Shang Dynasty, was marked by several achievements that set the tone for the early years of the dynasty. He conducted successful military campaigns to eliminate rivals and consolidate the territory under the rule of the Shang Dynasty. Emphasized Confucian principles in governance, seeking to establish a stable and morally upright administration. Founded the Imperial Academy, known as Taishui, in 1004 CE. Emperor Taizu's reign laid the foundation for the stability and prosperity that characterized the early years of the Northern Shang Dynasty. Later, from 976 CE to 997 CE, Emperor Taizong continued the policies of his predecessor, emphasizing Confucian principles in governance. Emperor Taizong strengthened central authority and worked to bring stability to the realm. He implemented economic reforms and introduced measures to alleviate the tax burden on peasants. Emperor Taizong's reign was relatively short, as he passed away in 997 CE and his son, Emperor Zhenzong, succeeded him. The Shang Dynasty witnessed significant technological advancements, including the invention of gunpowder, printing techniques, and advances in agricultural tools. In 1125, the Jurchens launched a massive invasion, capturing the northern Shang capital, Kaifeng, in 1126. This led to the establishment of the Southern Shang Dynasty. Southern Shang Dynasty lasted from 1127 to 1279 CE. Following the fall of the Northern Shang, the Southern Shang was established with its capital initially at Linnan, modern-day Hangzhou. Despite the political upheaval, the Southern Shang Dynasty witnessed a period of cultural and economic prosperity. The government continued to promote arts, literature, and technological advancements. Advances in technology, including innovations in agriculture, contributed to increased productivity. Scholars like Zhu Xi played a significant role in shaping Neo-Confucian philosophy, emphasizing moral cultivation and metaphysical inquiries. The Southern Shang Dynasty was known for its maritime achievements, with the development of a strong navy. Maritime trade and exploration, particularly along the Maritime Silk Road, played a crucial role in the dynasty's economic prosperity. The Southern Shang faced persistent military threats from the Jurchens, and later, the Mongols. Let's look at some key points in Southern Shang Dynasty. Emperor Gaozong, also known as Zhao Go, ascended the throne in 1127 after the fall of the northern Song and the establishment of the southern Song dynasty. His reign focused on rebuilding the southern realm and strengthening the military to counter potential threats from the Jurchens in the north. Efforts were made to strengthen the military and fortify the southern borders to defend against potential invasions from the Jurchens. Emperor Gaozong's reign played a crucial role in laying the foundation for the southern Song dynasty. His successor Emperor Ningzong continued to face threats from the Qin Dynasty, and they had a new enemy, the Mongols. Emperor Ningzong passed away in 1224 CE and his reign ended. In 134 the Mongols, led by Kublai Khan, conquered the southern Song, marking the end of the dynasty. By 1271 Kublai Khan officially proclaimed the Yuan dynasty, bringing an end to the Song dynasty.